I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. We are living through unprecedented times with a global pandemic now approaching its third year. As a result, the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund was created. This fund, administered by the state of Michigan, is designed to help homeowners cope with pandemic-related hardships, such as delinquent property taxes. To see if you qualify, please visit. Call 313-388-9799 or email taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
If you were looking for the weekly broadcast of the Ask Welfare Rights program, you've been successful once again. My name is Maureen Taylor, and I work with Michigan Welfare Rights. I'd like to welcome you to the broadcast today. We have some phone numbers that are going to be available, and if you'd like to call in and share some information or get a repeat about something that was said today or in programs before, feel free. 313, all of them are area code 313 because we're in Highland Park, 868-0342, 868-0351, and 868-4336. If you're on the website, and I'm told that there still may be some technical challenges there, you can go to www.tv33whpr.com. And so if you'd like to go to that area and be able to catch up with us, or I'm also told that WHPS, which is the same as, and thank you very much, my engineer's looking after my allergies, 15.2, if you've got rabbit ears or one of those metal clothes hangers that you put on the back of the TV set in the basement, the one that you go down there and get that beer and bag of chips and watch TV. If you put that rabbit ears or that metal clothes hanger device, you can get us at 15.2. I don't know if a channel, Comcast Channel 90 is the station that I generally watch the programs on, and I'm told that that still works pretty good. Channel 90 on Comcast, and don't know, but sometimes if you don't pay your cable bill and you turn to Channel 91, you still might be able to take a look at what's happening. All right, a couple of things that are going on, and today is the graduation for seniors at Detroit Community Schools. And I'm so happy and so proud that so many of these young people that have stuck it out, 17, 18, a couple of them 19 years of staying in school, saw the importance of staying in school. And Mr. Engineer, I am about to explode into a nasal drip. I need 3 minutes away from this schedule.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. We are living through unprecedented times with a global pandemic now approaching its third year. As a result, the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund was created. This fund, administered by the state of Michigan, is designed to help homeowners cope with pandemic-related hardships, such as delinquent property taxes. To see if you qualify, please visit. Call 313-388-9799 or email taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only. Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
Muscles, joints, or feet tired, achy, or distressed? Tried everything? Ringmaster Rubbing Oil is a vintage topical pain reliever, trusted for over 70 years, with a rich formula for the treatment of stubborn aches and pains. Packaged in a glass bottle for purity, our liquid can also be used in warm water for foot soaks and compresses. A little goes a long way. Try our time-tested formula, available in several sizes.
Make a donation to WHPR TV and receive 2 2-ounce bottles of Ringmaster Rubbing Oil for $25. Call 313-868-6612.
You ready to put your podcast on iHeartRadio? Yes, your podcast on iHeartRadio. What about Alexa, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android, or iPhone? Plus live TV streaming. Get your podcast seen and heard all over the world. Call 313-868-6612. Pre-recorded shows are accepted to be archived. This is a WHPR distribution platform. Download the app from the App Store. Go to WHPRTV.com. Channels available for lease 24/7 on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. Coming soon, subscription and pay-per-view.
Also,
Block time is available. Get yours. Call 313-868-6612. That's 313-868-6612. Executive producer R.J. Watkins. Program director Henry Tyler. 107.5 FM WGPR HD2. RadioWeCanSee.com.
All right. If you suffer from a allergy condition like I do, and it's a condition that's called rhinitis, which means I'm allergic to everything that's in the air all the time. And the best time of the year for breathing for me is in the wintertime. So today, in these last 3 or 4 days, I've had this nasal drip, but today I just noticed that a couple of drops of nosebleed was showing up, and I know my engineer, when he sees blood, he faints. So I didn't want that to happen, so I thought I better go and clean it up before he passes out in the room. So I'm okay now. It's just allergies, and boy, we got a 92-degree day coming today. Caller, I'm coming right to you. Ooh. So, yeah, I'll be holding on to tissues and nose sprays and going again to the college graduation today for my students at Detroit Community Schools. I'm so happy and so proud of them. And it's at a college, so I'm sure they'll have some air conditioning. And if I offer the right amount of money, I bet they'll let me spend the next three or four nights there if I talk nice and offer the right kind of money. So I don't have to get out here in this 90-degree 80-degree humidity. So, caller, you've been very patient. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. Caller, you are on the air.
Grand Rising, Marine. Ooh, 95, did you say?
They said 92, but it's going to feel like 95.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, today. Yeah, boy. This the fourth day in a row, almost 90 or 90 degrees and higher. So, yeah, me and my nose and my friends has got nose problems. We're chasing these noses all over the place. Yes, we are.
Well, bless your heart. You know, it's also, too, today here in Highland Park at Woodward and Manchester, we have our 1 p.m. water protest. Protesting.
1 o'clock
Great
today.
Lakes Water Authorities, extravagant and unlawful bills.
Yes.
That's at 1 p.m. at Woodward and Manchester. For immediate release, the Highland Park Great Lakes Water Authority mediation update. This was released June the 1st, which was just yesterday.
Yes.
2023. Highland Park, Michigan. The City of Highland Park and the Great Lakes Water Authority last night reached a tentative agreement to temporarily avert the July 2023 property tax levy for the disputed water and sewer litigation.
Yes.
Dated back to 2014. This will allow mediation to continue through the summer to finalize a long-term permanent settlement. On Monday, June the 5th, at 7 p.m., the tentative agreement will be presented to the Highland Park City Council for their approval. That's the City of Highland Park City Hall, second floor, 12050 Woodward Avenue. That's 12050 Woodward Avenue, Highland Park City Hall.
Okay, you all are getting very close to a settlement.
Yes.
Okay, and I know that there are lots of moving parts behind the screen. So, okay, I'm glad that things are moving ahead, okay? All right. Now,
this is one good, the residents can catch their breath, that the property tax levy will not be placed on the residents' taxes. This was a heartbreak moment that a lot of people were just scared.
Yeah, and to even suggest that taxes be placed on the residents that are left in Highland Park was enough to not only scare, but it should have enraged folks. So at 1 o'clock today at Woodward and Manchester, and it's going to be a hot one, people should come out there with their bottles of water, maybe 2 bottles of water. Some you drink, some you pour on your head. And you should be out there today at 1 o'clock to let folks know that this is an issue that is critical to you. Okay, so I know this is worrisome. I've been in contact with not just you, but Gracie and Marion and Pat and Eugenia and everybody else that's struggling with this. Your wonderful mayor. So, progress is being made, but progress can be made even quicker if the residents stand up and say, we are concerned about this.
That's right. We're having petitions for community members to sign and an informational sheet about how this started, why this started, and where we are, okay?
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. That's what it should be. So now, Madam Grand Rising, what else is going on in Highland Park?
Well, a good friend of mine who was once a Highland Parker, she lives in Detroit, she sent me the Hart Plaza 2023 calendar.
Okay,
and
today,
which is June the 2nd through the 4th, is the Grand Prix in Hart Plaza.
Yeah, that starts, that start today, doesn't it?
Yes, June 2nd
this
through the 4th.
weekend. Okay, so it's Hart Plaza's involved, the streets of Jefferson, streets on Woodward. You know, it's the first time it's moved to downtown Detroit in several years because they used to have it just at Belle Isle for those 3 days. But now it's up and down Woodward, it's up and down Jefferson, it's over there by Larned and Randolph and Hart Plaza and whatever else, So that's today. Yeah, yeah. Lot of money. Vendors downtown for these next 3 days ought to be able to make quite a bundle of money because there are folks from all across the country coming to the Grand Prix.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a fast car girl. I mean, I'd like to be in a fast car, but I'm not interested in watching fast cars go by.
Well, we know you are fast and furious on your feet anyway. So.
Yeah, and I try to stay that way, I do. I'm a urban girl. I make no bones about it.
You're fast and furious. We know that.
Fast and furious. I like Luciano Pavarotti and Placido Domingo and Jose Carreras. I like El Vilo. I like them. And, but I also like Motown. And I'm crazy about jazz. And see, when you live in some of these suburban or rural communities, you may not have access to all of that. But I like the gas station open. I don't like the inside of the gas station open anymore. At 10 o'clock with all these shootings and whatnot, all these overnight gas stations, they can continue to operate, close the door.
Right.
And when I get there and I say I need a Twinkie or a Hostess cupcake or a bag of Lay's potato chips and a great big old 64 ounce of canned raspberry juice, bring it to the little window so I can pay you and I can go ahead, but I don't have to go inside.
Doing that, I remember.
Hey. And yeah, because we're going to have to shut down a lot of our practices because some of these bad boys and bad girls are doing difficult things inside the gas stations. So gas station owners, you're going to have to make a change or we're going to send some community activists over there to make you change. And it's
Don't
really,
let New Era get there.
Hey, well, any of them. It's much better for you to do it on your own. I'm going to shut down at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever. And you can't come inside anymore, so you have to come to the window and get what you want or ask for what you want, but no more inside stuff. Or let one person in at a time because we can't have, that situation that occurred, Madam Grand Rising a few weeks ago where 3 or 4 people are in there trying to buy cigarettes and a lotto ticket or whatever they was doing in there at 3 o'clock in the morning. And here comes this insane man arguing about $3 or $4 and promises to shoot everybody in the store unless the gas station attendant on at midnight unlocks the door because the attendant locked it. And he was a man of his word. He turned around and he shot 3 people. Didn't have anything to do with his argument about $3 or $4.
Oh my God!
Wounded, an elder man, a second man, and the third guy that was shot died.
Oh.
So yeah, these gas station attendees and gas station owners, things are going to have to change across Wayne County and maybe across Michigan, maybe across America. Shut those damn gas stations down, and you can't go up in there or deliver one person at a time to go in and shop. But it's just too dangerous right now because we don't have control over the neighborhoods like we're getting control. We got some groups out there that are grabbing this and making some changes, and we wish them well. But go ahead, Madam Grand Rising.
Yes, today is Friday, and just like the gas stations need to shut down, COVID has not shut down, people.
That's right.
Still here.
That's right.
It may have variants called by another name, but it's still COVID-19.
There's a shelter in, I want to say Pontiac. About 3-4 days ago, they announced that they had a total shutdown of this shelter because everyone in there, the residents and the staff, everybody tested positive for COVID. Everybody. But guess what? Everybody already had their vaccines, their booster shots and everything. And the degree of illness in this shelter where everybody tested positive for COVID was very mild. It was some people had a little headache, others had a little bit of a stomach ache. Couple
Okay.
of folks said they were running a temperature, but they didn't feel it. But everybody survived. I mean, that's
Okay.
proof. You need to go get your shots, your boosters.
That's right.
Madam Grand Rising, tell people where they can go and what they can get every Friday in Highland Park until somebody snatches it away. What's available?
Every Friday, like she said, in Highland Park, from 9 to 3 p.m., you can come here in Highland Park, beautiful Highland Park. We welcome everybody from Pontiac, Inkster, River Rouge, Kalamazoo. You can come all the way from Mackinac Island. Just come on and get your booster, your vaccine, and even your COVID test. We've got Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer.
That's right.
Everybody,
That's
no
right.
matter what age you are, race, or gender, come on, get your shot. Like Maureen said, everybody was immunized, but they were very mild, if not hardly any noticeable characteristics
That's
of
right.
this virus.
That's right.
So there's still time.
You know, very,
You can
very
bring
correct.
Your family, yourself, co-workers, and friends to come on to Highland Park and get this before, like she said, they shut the doors down. Because I do believe if you had to pay for it, it would run anywhere between $150 to $200 a shot.
It's very expensive. Very
who can
expensive.
afford
And I
that?
don't know how much longer we will have the opportunity to access these vaccines free of charge. Almost all of the other places. I go to CVS and walk up in there, and there used to be a sign, COVID shots, COVID tests given here. Those signs are gone. Rite Aid, those signs are gone. All of these pharmaceutical places where those signs used to be up, where on the racial task force, we demanded everybody has to participate in this activity. Those signs are gone now, and that practice has ended. You know, and what Madam Grand Rising says, COVID has not resigned. It hadn't moved any places. COVID, the usual variant, got a new girlfriend. And, you know, the new baby is not, don't look like what the last baby looked like. But it's still a COVID baby, you know. And then, you know, this COVID monster is not a faithful a germ. So after this new baby is born, the COVID go find another woman. And the new baby, that one is not going to look like the last baby. And they ain't paying no child support for none of them.
Wherever COVID, lays its head, it finds its home.
Hey, that is correct, and is not paying any child support for any of these children.
It sure not.
None of them. So COVID is out roaming, just like you said. Papa was a Rolling Stone. COVID was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And
It makes
COVID
a home
is
in
visiting. Visiting, coming through the front door, coming through the side door, coming through the side window. And here comes a new COVID baby that does
COVID
not look
baby.
like the last COVID baby, but it's
Right.
still a COVID baby. So you better get in Highland Park up to the rec center and figure out what you need to do so that you can stop that COVID a wandering boyfriend, or maybe it's a wandering girlfriend. Stop. I heard my heard my engineer say, huh? Stop all this nighttime visiting and having all of these
Creeping.
COVID
Late
babies.
night creeping.
See, stop all that. Well, nighttime creeping. Stop it.
Right.
Go get those shots and those vaccines so you're not a desirable partner for this kind of activity, you know?
Right.
Now, I'll say one other thing. This is based on schools. And I just heard that. I think I heard it for the first time yesterday. Today is Friday. I might have heard it Wednesday. And that is the Detroit Public School System is shutting down all Detroit Public Schools 3 hours early because the weather has been so warm, so hot, that almost 90 degrees. I don't know if there's a difference between 89 and 90 degrees. You know, I think both of them are pretty much the same.
That's almost like 99 cents, and if you had a penny, that's $1.
Yeah, well, and you know, the advertising is you can get so and so for less than $1. Well, it's 99 cents. I don't think that's a good definition of less than $1. No, it's really not. But the schools, Detroit Public Schools, are shutting down, all of them. 3 hours early, telling parents to come and pick your children up because it's so hot and so humid that some of the children are starting to faint, starting to get dehydrated. I know about that dehydrated. Happened to me, and I didn't know what it was. I think I told this story. Got dehydrated, was dizzy, couldn't figure out what's wrong. Why can't I? My things are moving. I thought, well, maybe I'll just go out, leave my office that was air conditioned, but I was still hot, and I'll just go to my car. It was like one of them 89-degree days, and I went to my car and rolled the seat back, and so I could lay in my car for a few minutes, not at all cognizant of what was happening. And the good Lord sent my kid by to fix the rear windshield wiper. And the boss said, well, I'm in the neighborhood, and I'll just go there. I hadn't called him or anything. He back there fixing the rear window washer, and I moved, and he looked and saw movement inside the car and come around, snatched the door open. What's the matter? I told him, Navarre, I don't know, boy. That child picked me up. I was out of that car. In 2 seconds, he carried me to his car. By now, security is coming out and teachers are coming out because they said, wait a minute, Miss Taylor left here a few minutes ago, and she got in her car, and we looking at her, and she not sitting up. So they start coming out. The kids are screaming, Miss Taylor's in the car, looking out the window. Where you going? And Navarre took me to the urgent care up there on Outer Drive and Southfield, which I'm getting ready to talk about in a minute. And the nurse, I'll never forget that, went in there. I told her what was wrong. Did you drink some water today? I told her, no, I don't drink water. She looked at me, you what? I told her, no, I don't drink water. She put the needle in my arm to get some blood, and nothing would come out, Madam Grand Rising. So I told her where I don't understand. I'm real sure there's some blood in there. I'm real sure about that. And I don't know why it's not coming out. So she walked off and come back with a bottle of water, handed it to me, and she said, drink it. Drank a couple sips and handed it back to her. She said, drink it all. I said, well, there's no need to get huffy. I said, drink it all. Okay, I drank it all. In 2 minutes, she came back, put that needle in my arm. That blood jumped out. And she looked at me and she said, are there any questions? I'll never forget that. I told her none at all, and go get me another bottle of water. I learned that lesson. You can become dehydrated in a few seconds. Fall and bust your head, So, yeah, Detroit Public Schools recognizing this. We had a girl in my school passed out yesterday in Detroit Community Schools, sitting at the desk, leaned back, and just slumped over and started falling out her chair. And the other kids saw it and went and grabbed it and went to go get some help. So, we got to be careful, Madam Grand Rising.
Yes,
tell them again, where can you go get these shots?
You can go to 10 Pinkett in Highland Park. That's 10 Pinkett. Ernest T. Ford Recreation Field House here in Highland Park, Michigan. You can get the free COVID variant, the boosters, the Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer for free. And you can also get checked to see if you even have the COVID, COVID testing. It's all Friday now. Go on over, bring your family, bring your friends. You don't have to be ashamed that you hadn't got the vaccine. Just come on anyway, okay?
And you don't have to make an appointment. Walk in.
Right, it's walk in.
All
are welcome. No matter where you're from, you can be from Macomb County, and you can even come too, even though this is Servington for Wayne County, because you know what? The life you save may be your own and others as well.
Yes. I had some people call me down at Welfare Rights and Miss Taylor, we just called because we got 2 cousins and they visiting from Arkansas, and neither one of them have had the shots. Where can they go? I told them, you shame me by calling and asking that, because Miss Grand Rising been talking about this for I don't know how long. I sent them right to Highland Park. They called me back the next day, say all 2 or 3 of their relatives went and got those shots, and now everybody's not as concerned because the folks in Arkansas were being slow, and then they took the vaccines for free away, and they couldn't afford the $150 or $60 for the shot.
Yeah.
And here they are up here visiting, and here we go, handling our community, even as far as Arkansas.
Saved a life.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
a success story. Thank you for sharing that. And
All right.
like Maureen is saying, you can come one, come all. It doesn't matter where you're from.
You see?
Just show up.
Yes. You saving yourself and your family and the rest of us.
Yeah.
Madam Grand Rising, I don't know if there's anything else. I want to make certain that you...
Club tomorrow.
Okay.
We're starting at 7:30 in the morning, though. We are
What?
having our street alley cleanup.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we're starting at 7:30, man, because you're telling me the temperature today. So
Yeah.
we're starting at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah. When I'm up at 7:30 in the morning, it also has to require a offer of marriage at 7:30 in the morning. You know, we got to have some longevity at 7:30 in the morning. You know, commitment. Something got to be made. But I hear you.
We want to clean these alleys, you know, and
where you
the
gonna
city
start?
is going to have a citywide cleanup eventually. I don't know if it's going to be June or July, but you know how our block club is. We don't wait. We don't wait on nobody.
Where are you going to start?
We will start at McLean and Woodward, and we'll come all the way down to John R. and Brush, and then McLean and Oakland.
Oh, that's not Brush. That's Wheeler Street now, isn't it?
You're right. From McLean to Woodward to McLean to Oakland has been rededicated and named in September to Wheeler's Way in honor of my parents, my mother and my father, Earl and Naomi Wheeler.
That's right.
There were some parents that I know love Highland Park.
Yep.
They loved it.
All right. Well, now.
When I was a child, my mother used to say, and I didn't understand until I became an adult, you know, and then also got even more active in community activism. She used to say when I was a little child growing up, Highland Park is my church, Linda. And
Understood.
I didn't understand it until, you know, I started rolling up my sleeves like she was doing. Well, at least copying what she was doing, you know.
Got to take care of our people. And
Yes,
our
we
people
do.
means
Yes, we
those
do.
that live in our block,
Yes,
those
we
that
do.
live in our zip code, those that live in our county, those that
Yes,
live in
we
our
do.
state. Yeah.
Yes.
Got to take care of our crew.
It starts with one block at a time, you know.
It does,
And
it
it doesn't have
does.
to be a grand gesture, but as long as you, like you say, take care, check on your next door neighbor, especially if they're disabled or a senior, or maybe they may be a single mother, a single father.
That's right.
Check on your neighbor.
And I'll say this so you won't have to say it or think about it.
Okay.
Don't call anybody and say, should you bring your own broom? Yes. Bring your own broom. Get you 2 or 3 trash bags in your house. Get your own gloves. Get your mask, you know, because
Yeah.
you're supposed to have 10 or 12 of those by now. And
Right.
get your mask, put 2 or 3 of them in your pocket so that the debris and breathing is not an issue, and bring your own water. So don't be
Right.
calling Grand Rising or anybody at Highland Park talking about, should I bring my own broom? Yes.
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 And
Come
whoever comes
prepared.
working
Yes.
For lunch, Benson, our neighbor as well, he's doing hot dogs, hamburgers, and
See?
of course we're having, you know, water.
You don't
And
have to
water
bring your
stations at
own
each block
lunch.
as well. And the city is going to bring their claw machine,
Okay.
which means that on Monday they will get rid of all the trash that we've collected in the alleys, as long as we put it at the ends of the alleys. They'll pick all that junk up.
So you don't have to bring your own food. They'll provide the food. You bring everything else.
That's right.
Sounds like a
Food
plan,
and
Madam
water.
Grand Rising. And let me also say, I don't know if the Highland Park Human Rights Coalition has pledged to purchase a table for the June 10th film
Right.
review of
Right.
Who's Water. And now I guess it's a battle for how many Highland Parkers are going to be invited to sit at the table. Because first, nobody was saying anything, and now, boy, this event, June 10th at the WC3, the Northwest Campus, Madam Grand Rising, it is exploding.
Okay.
Yeah, so you better get with. Oh, here comes this nose. You better get with the good foot and make
That's
certain
right.
they didn't give away your seat. Yep.
That's right. Well, I did already mention that I probably won't be able to attend, but I will give a donation.
Oh, that's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, how wonderful to hear that part. I'm sad that you won't be able to be there, but I know if you don't come, it's for a reason. So
That's
you
right.
just can't get to all the places.
Wild
Yeah.
horses drag me in another direction.
Ain't nothing wrong with being dragged and wild horses. Understood. Understood. All right. Anything else we need to know about in Highland Park, Madam Grand Rising?
Highland Park loves Detroit, Inkster, all of Michigan, all of the United States, and all of the world. Highland Park loves you. Love us back. We want to be all joined together. Remember
Yes.
that Pepsi commercial? I'd like to sing a song in perfect harmony.
Yes. I'd like to sing
that's
a
the way Highland Park
certain
feels,
song
you know.
in perfect harmony. I know it well. All right. That's a lovely comment to make, and thank you very much, Madam Grand Rising.
You're quite welcome.
All righty. Have a safe and uneventful day, and keep that water close by, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Thank you
on my
very
way
much.
now to pick up some right now.
Thank you very much. All right. Be careful. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 838-4336-868. Oh, I said 83. 868. You all know. 868-4336-868-0351 or 868-0342. Graduation is today, and I'm very happy about that. Graduations for high school students are happening all over the place. And these kids need assistance to get to the next level. I'm sending as many graduates as I can to Wayne County Community College, the Northwest District, because the school where I work is in the Northwest sector. And so I'm trying to get as many as possible to go to WC3, Wayne County Community College District, the Northwest Campus, which is at West Outer Drive in Southfield. Kids tell me that only the dumb kids go to WC3. I don't even know where that came from. I was never dumb, and I went to WC3. I don't even know where that crazy comes from. But it's a 2-year community college, and they have, under the tutelage of Dr. Curtis Ivory, they have gobs of programs for low-income students, low-income families, of soldiers, veterans, elderly folks, retired people, disabled folks, all kinds of programs, food vouchers, book vouchers, travel vouchers, all kinds of things. So if you've got a very wise high schooler in your basement who graduated or didn't graduate last year, and they're in your basement still looking for a job and trying to find themselves, and they should be, because there's a lot of lost people out here. Get them up, put them in the car, take them over to one of the Wayne County Community College locations. I'm partial to the one that's downtown. Lots of buddies down there, but I got lots of buddies. Farquan and them are out here on West Outer Drive in Southfield. Get them into one of those places. Find out what the requirements are. And let's get some more of our kids off the streets into construction trades, electrician trades, whatever's offered, plumbing, whatever those things are. And those are in the construction trades all throughout. Being a fireman is taught at Wayne County Community College. Food services is taught at Wayne County Community Services. So, I don't know, Wayne County District doing all that it can except coming to your house and grabbing the people out. That's the only thing that they're not doing, sending out messages every day. So let's get that done. And the reason I'm focusing on this is because on June the 10th, the Who's Water film is being broadcast. This is the premiere in the Detroit area at the Northwest Campus, Outer Drive, West Outer Drive in Southfield. It's $7 for a single ticket, $80 for a table of 8. We've got some celebrities coming. Agnes Hitchcock organizing a table, get some previous and current members, but mostly previous members of Call 'em Out. Agnes is coming out of her house, and some folks that used to be in Call 'em Out are going to be in attendance. We the People, some of the folks that are members of We the People, some of the original members are going to be coming out. All of us have been working on this issue of water, access, community power, community benefits. We've been working on these issues for years together. And this is the first time, for sure, in the last 3 years, where we have an opportunity to all come together, sit down in a chair, have some wonderful snacks served to us, and watch something that we have been preparing to organize for 4 or 5 years now. So they're coming. A big surprise, I got in contact, you all might remember Mr. Richard Hairston, that he and I used to do this broadcast. We've been here about 21 years when Richard asked me to sit with him. And Richard got a little sick, and he retired. Well, Richard and Miss Elizabeth are coming to the film presentation on June the 10th. Boy, we got a lot of folks that are coming. Had already a commitment from Reverend Norm Thomas. And Norm was going to organize some folks at the church, and Kathy DeSantis and some of those folks were going to get some folks to come to the premiere. And, of course, we lost Reverend Norm. Not going to be able to get over that one for a very, very, very long time. But there's some organizing going on, and we'll have some folks at the premiere representing Sacred Heart Church and our late wonderful sweetheart and good friend, Reverend Pastor Father Norm Thomas. There are very few tables left, and today is the 2nd of June, and my guess is that by this weekend, all the tables that we have available are going to be snatched up and gone. We've got a number of individuals that are coming, more than 50, and we'll put them at tables as well. Everybody will be able to sit down and watch the movie. Doors open at 4 p.m. Snacks start at 4:05. By 5 o'clock, everybody should have been served. You have to come to the buffet table, and boy, do we have it laid out for you. Come to the buffet table, get what you want, and go back to your chair and to your table. And the movie starts about 5 o'clock, 5 after 5. 45 minutes is the first half. We have an intermission. You can go back and get some more food if there's anything left. Slight intermission, explaining why this is important, and also telling people to look on the different tables. Lila Cabell was one of the main organizers around access to water, and we lost Lila. Well, her family has purchased a couple of tables, and Lila's story is written and copied, and we'll have it at the table for folks to pick up. Some of you may remember the name Charity Hicks. We lost Charity Hicks in this battle. Her story and how and why she was so critical to this story. And her story is going to be written up and also copied and on the Charity Hicks table. Vanessa Johnson from Highland Park. We lost Vanessa in this battle. We're going to get the write-up. I think, what's her name? Gracie and Marion are doing that. And Vanessa Johnson's story, how is it that she's critical to this fight? Going to be written up, copied. It'll be on the table. So we've got a number of those kind of celebrities. And I'm talking about community celebrities that have been involved in these fights. Some that we lost, and they're going to be highlighted. Their names are going to be lifted. And folks that are still in this battle and not going to give this up while we fight off Great Lakes Water Authority, while we fight off the Hindenburg group that wanted to come into Highland Park and privatize the water. We're fighting off everybody that's trying to privatize water all over the world, all over the country. Certainly, attempts are being made all over the state of Michigan and in Wayne County, and we're doing battle to keep private water away from public assets. So you should be contacting Welfare Rights if you want to go and sit at a table, you and your partner, or you and your daughter, or you and your son, or you and your next door neighbor. You're going to call us down to Welfare Rights, 313-964-0618, 964-0618, and let someone know. Leave me a message to say that, yes, I'm coming. I'm bringing my $7 with me. Okay, when you get to the door, it's not $7 anymore. It's $10. But if you call and say, I only have $7 and I can only bring it when I get there, then we're going to let you come in and usher you to a seat and insist you enjoy this buffet, and we'll be very glad to see you. Flo Caymans, we're looking for Flo Caymans, all right, part of the senior task force. Vanessa Parks sent out a message already to members of the senior task force. We're looking for you. Reverend Ed Rowe, retired Reverend Ed Rowe. Haven't heard from you yet. Theo, where are you? Don't know if you already called in and reserved your space for June 10th. And some of the folks over there at Hood Research, we're looking for you all to come to this event, because you too have been part of this battle for community benefits, access to water and clean water and sanitation. You've been involved in that. Miss Grand Rising just reminded me again that she's got a prior commitment, but there is a table for the Highland Park Human Rights Coalition. And Marion and I were on the phone the other day trying to remember the name of that very busy organizer and activist that was part of the original group that helped to start the Highland Park Human Rights Coalition. And we finally, mostly it was me, Marion didn't remember, Emma Fogle. Boy, I forgot. It took me 2 days to bring that name out of the back of my brain. But Emma Fogle was very involved with this water issue, access to affordable housing, all kinds of things. And she worked for so long till she started to get sick and still continued to work, got sicker, and then she joined the Ancestors. Shirley Turner. We lost Shirley in this fight about water, and how busy Shirley was on the last couple of tours that we had, where we took the United Nations and representatives of the Vatican and all kind of other folks and went to Highland Park to look at what was happening there, and stopped at Shirley's house, who came out, got on the tour bus, and explained what the fight was around water in Highland Park. The Highland Park Human Rights Coalition has a table, and some of these names are going to be lifted up so that we can remember and we can know. While I'm lifting up names, Welfare Rights has a terrific blow to the heart, National Welfare Rights Union, because we lost two of our founding members, two of our original members. Diane Dujan lived in Massachusetts, was one of the primary editors of the Welfare Rights newsletter called Survival News. When it first started, it was 2 pages. By the time she got involved as the managing editor and got some other people to get involved, might have been 12 pages, and articles of from low-income people across the country, across the world, in Survival News. If you've got a copy of it, it's a collector's item. Keep it now, because one of the main editors, Diane Dujan, joined the Ancestors. It makes me cry to think about it. And then the other one we lost is Miss Gita West, Margarita West. Now, Gita was living in Harbor Springs, New York. And she was one of the early women. She was 95. She just passed a couple of days ago. And she wrote the authoritative book on welfare rights. If you never heard of that book before, the Welfare Rights Movement, that's the name of it. I don't know that it's in print anymore. You have to go to King's Bookstore, some of those traditional bookstores, and it used to be $400 a copy. Now it's less now because there are just so few copies left. We only have a couple, maybe 5 or 6 throughout all the welfare rights. All right, those are the only ones we were able to get and long time ago, and we just make copies of certain sections. But it is the authoritative, definitive guidance and regulations and thoughts and concepts and procedures put together by Gita West, who was a member of the National Welfare Rights Union. Ooh, Lord. For a very long time. And we lost them both. So they both joined the ancestors. We both have their writings and their thoughts and their, their conclusions. We've got some things in writing, more than a few things. And just so glad that I lived at the same time that they were here. And Gita was a teacher and instructor. Diane Dujan worked on the staff at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And she was a welfare recipient when she came to that job and started to write about the difference between being poor and being employed and what is the gap and how we have to stop this poverty that's going all over the world. And nothing is too big for people to stop once we get that in our heads that this doesn't have to be. So all of us are down in the dumps, because of these losses and whatnot. But these ladies, Diane Dujan and Gita West, their names are going to be lifted at the National Welfare Rights Union table on June the 10th. So if you want to know a little something about them, if you want to know a little history about Call Them Out, if you want to know a little history about We the People, how did it get started? Who were some of the people that were involved? You want to get some history about some of those folks and the individuals that were there. Be there June the 10th. Call Welfare Rights to secure your tickets. Or for those of you that are savvy and know how to get online, you can go to www.whosewater, WHOSE, Who's Water, /film, FILM, /Detroit. Click on there. The trailer will come up to show you what the movie is about, what the documentary is about. And on that page over to the right in red, it says get tickets. Click on there and then follow the instructions. So we're going to shut this down Tuesday. We're not going to be able to take any more registrations because we're almost at capacity right now. So just a few spaces. It's not the spaces that's the problem. We got plenty of space. But there's only so many tables and only so many chairs. So if you're not registered by Tuesday, you may have to miss this and wait for the following year when it comes back again. After June 10th, we're going to take the film on the road because we've got a number of colleges, universities, churches that want us to fly or take the train or drive the car to wherever they are, and they're either parishioners or their students want to see this movie. So we're going to market it around the country as we make the fight yet again for a national program that protects low-income and moderate-income people from being ever faced with a shutoff, and we want national protections, a water affordability plan, a national water affordability plan, and not the water rationing plan like we have in Detroit. Even the water rationing plan, it's in better shape now because they've raised the amount of money that households can work with. I said money, raise the amount of gallons that the household can use. But now we're under the gun because you have to get involved in what's called the Lifeline program. You must enroll. 313-267-8000. 267-8000. Thank you. So you have to get enrolled because that's the only way to protect you from having your water shut off. You get involved. There's certain perks that come with it, or certain assurances, previous bills pushed to the side or eliminated. You have to get involved in it. And so don't fool around. 267-8000 and tell the person on the other end of the line that you insist you want to join the Lifeline program. Last time I'm going to mention this today, the MyHouse program, Michigan Housing Assistance Fund. I don't know how the treasurer, Eric Sabree, was to get an extension on the amount of time that people can access and join that program. You need some help on your mortgage, your back taxes, light bill, gas bill, water bill, internet. You need some help with any of those things. Call MyHouse, 388-9799. 313-388-9799. Now, that's the phone number to Wayne Metro. But you can get a hold of the folks at the MyHouse program through that. You must do it. They got $19 million. They've spent $12 or $13 million. And there's another $6 million that has to be spent by September. What the devil are you waiting for? Get busy. Get busy. All right, we're going to sign off here. We're at the top of the hour. Don't forget to call us at Welfare Rights if you need more information about anything that I've said today. Flo Kamens, we're looking for you down at Welfare Rights. 964-0618. 964-0618. Get registered for June 10th. And if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, next Friday I'll be here the day before June 10th, the day before the activity. My name is Maureen Taylor. I work with Michigan Welfare Rights, and I'm on my way to a high school graduation. Bye.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree. We are living through unprecedented times with a global pandemic now approaching its third year. As a result, the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund was created. This fund, administered by the state of Michigan, is designed to help homeowners cope with pandemic-related hardships, such as delinquent property taxes. To see if you qualify, please visit. Call 313-388-9799 or email taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.